Hello, second graders. Today we're going to be talking about different kinds of unknowns in add to and take away from problems, okay? So sometimes the number that we don't know, which is the unknown, it goes in different places, okay? We don't always know where that unknown is going to be in the problem. And knowing where that unknown is really important so that we can solve that problem, okay? So I'm going to start with a problem where the result is unknown, or the answer we're trying to get to at the end. So the thing after the equal sign, that's the result, okay? And in this problem, the result is the unknown part. Let's see if we can listen and figure out why that is, okay? So let's listen to the word problem. Kevin reads 9 books. He reads 9 books. Then he reads 5 books. 5 books. I don't have an equation or a sign right there. I don't have an operation there yet because I don't know what it's going to be. Okay? Then he reads 5 new books. Sorry. How many books does Kevin read in all? Okay, so we want to know our result or our total, and it's unknown. And we want to know a total, so we want to know all together. 9 and 5 makes how many? Okay, so that's what it would look like if our result was unknown. Now, we're going to look at what it would look like if our change is unknown. Okay, so listen to the problem and see if you know what I'm talking about when I say change. Which number is that going to be? I want you to get an answer in your brain and then see if you're right when we get there, okay? Kevin reads 9 books. Then he reads some new books. He reads 14 books in all. How many new books does Kevin read? All right, Kevin reads 9 books. Then he reads some new books. He reads 14 books in all. How many new books did he read? Okay, so we need to know that 9 and some number is going to make 14. Oh, I can't see my 14 there. Okay, so that means that our change is what we don't know, okay? Because you see here, this is changing our 9. Whatever this number is here changes our 9 and makes it 14. Okay, so that's what it looks like if the change is unknown. All right, let's look at one more kind of unknown. This one is where, let's see if you can guess it. The start is unknown, okay? Let's see if we can figure out what that would look like. Kevin reads some books. Then he reads 5 new books. How many books? Oh, he reads 14 books in all, okay? So he reads some books, then he reads 5 new books. How many books does he read in all? So I know it's a plus problem, and I know that 5 and some other number make 14, but the number that I didn't know was at the very beginning of my problem. So that's why it's the start that's unknown in that problem. Okay, so the start was unknown. Now, we're going to look at our homework today, keeping in mind our change and our results and our starts that are unknown. But before we do that, we're going to look over what that would look like in a subtraction problem. Okay, I want you to think if you can figure out what a result unknown would look like in a subtraction problem. Is the result still the same place? So is our answer, like our unknown, still going to be in the same place if the result is the same place? Think about that for a second while we listen to this problem. 13 birds are at the feeder. Then 8 fly away. So if they fly away, that means they leave. That's a takeaway problem. How many birds are at the feeder now? Okay, our result is still the same. It's the number after the equal sign. We don't know it. It's a different kind of problem because it's a subtraction problem, but it's still the result that is unknown. Now let's look at one where the change is unknown and see if it's in the same place. 13 birds are at the feeder. 13 birds are at the feeder. Then some fly away. So fly away is take away. Some fly away. Now 5 birds are at the feeder. How many birds fly away? All right, so this is when our change is unknown. Remember, we're doing something to 13 to change it to make 5, okay? So our change is what we don't know in this problem. Now let's look at one with our start being the unknown. Okay, we have some birds are at the feeder. Some birds are at the feeder. Then 8 fly away. Fly away is take away. 8 equals now 5 birds are at the feeder. Okay, so we don't know what number we're supposed to be starting with. That's the number we're trying to find. That's our unknown. Are you figuring out what the unknown is yet? The unknown is always what you're trying to find as an answer. That is the unknown in a math problem. All right, now you can go ahead and open your books up to page 43. Okay, open up to page 43, and we're going to do the first two together, and then you're going to do the rest on your own. Okay, so let's do the first two together and the rest on your own. And we're going to talk about where the unknown is. You don't have to answer that for the rest of them, but I do want you to answer it for these ones. First, we're going to read the directions because that's the very first thing you always do. Make a drawing, write an equation, solve the problem. Okay, so we have to make a drawing, write an equation, and solve the problem. There's 3 steps to each problem. So let's do the first one. Moshe has 5 toy cars. Mary gives him 7 more toy cars. How many toy cars does Moshe have now? All right, so I'm going to make a drawing that looks like this. Moshe has 5 toy cars, so I'm going to draw 5 dots for my toy cars. Okay, Moshe has 5 toy cars. Then Mary gives him 7 more toy cars. So more toy cars, that means I'm going to have plus 7, and I'm going to make that in my picture. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and now I'm going to count up my dots from my picture, and I'm going to see what my answer is. Okay, so I drew a picture, I made an equation, and now I'm solving the problem. Those are the 3 steps I had to do. So I know that's 5, and I know that's 5, and I know 5 and 5 is 10. So I go 10, 11, 12. 12, and then on the line you'll have to write 12 toy cars. Okay, you always have to make sure you have that label on the line, okay? 12 toy cars is your answer. All right, so I made a drawing, check. I wrote an equation, check. And I solved the problem, check. All right, so let's do number 2. I need a bigger eraser. That one takes a while. Heather buys 5 puzzles at a yard sale. Then her brother gives her some more. Now she has a total of 11 puzzles. How many puzzles did Heather's brother give her? All right, for this one, I'm going to use a different kind of drawing. Okay, Heather buys 5 puzzles at a yard sale. 5 puzzles at a yard sale. Then her brother gives her some more. Some more, we don't know how many more. Now she has a total, my total goes at the top, of 11 puzzles. How many puzzles did Heather's brother give her? So we need to solve this, so I'm going to count up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I made 6 dots. 6 is my answer. So I made a picture. Now I have to write an equation though, okay? And I'm going to do it as a vertical equation. 5 plus equals 11. Okay? And then in our box we'll have 6. And so then we have to solve the problem. So on our line, in our box over on the other side, okay? So this is separate. This is in that blank space to the side of your problem. And in the box and the line for the answer, you'll have 6, and our label is puzzles. 6 puzzles. Okay, so that is how you're going to go ahead and finish number 3. And then I want you to go ahead and do page 44 as well because it's the same thing. All right, so you're going to go ahead and finish page 43 and do page 44.